This is Sanjay Bhargav. I'm the Principal Officer of Bharosa Advisory Division. Today I want to talk to you about understanding risk in mutual funds. This will be very brief, but it will give you something to think about. So mutual funds as such are very safe because they're safer than bank deposits. Because if a bank fails, then getting back your money can be a long, involved process. But if a mutual fund company, an asset management company fails, your money is held in trust and another asset management company is appointed. So there is no risk if your asset management company fails or merges or gets acquired. Okay. However, there is market risk in mutual funds, or most of you must have heard of this thing called mutual funds are subject to market risk. Please read the documents carefully before investing. So that is very true, that mutual fund returns are not guaranteed, like fixed deposit returns are fixed, but mutual fund returns vary. Now, when you try to understand risk in mutual funds, it can come from a variety of things. So if you invest in debt mutual funds, you have a risk that the person who issued the bond in which the mutual fund company invests goes bankrupt. So that is like credit risk. There could be liquidity risk in terms of some of the companies running into liquidity difficulties. And there could be risk that the business they are in goes into a downturn, and a company which was once flying very high could also become bankrupt and the shares may become zero. However, if you invest in a large basket of companies, multiple stocks, which mutual funds do, so they're pretty diversified, this risk is minimized. And if you are investing in safe debt funds, which do not invest in risky debt instruments, again, that risk is diversified and your risk is quite controlled. Right? But the biggest thing that I want you to take away from this video is that if you hold, say, even equity mutual funds for over 7 years, and we've done this analysis at Bharosa Club, then the chances that you lose money are close to zero. So we analyzed this from 2005 to now. So a very large number of data points, where if you invested on, say, day one, on one of those days, and then redeemed exactly 7 years later, what was the kind of return that you made? And in no case did we find that there was a negative return. Okay, so whether you invested just before the pandemic or a meltdown, for the pandemic, 7 years are not over, but like say from the 2007, 2008, when the market was at the peak, and then so you picked the worst time to invest and redeemed 7 years later, there was still a positive return. So with that, I will end this video. This just gives you a flavor that mutual funds may be subject to market risk, but if you do not invest in mutual funds, they may be injurious to your wealth creation, because just investing in fixed deposits only mitigates the effects of inflation on your wealth and does not help you to beat inflation. Thank you very much for listening to me.